story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour. I am Martins Dixon. Hopes that the impasse between Adamawa State House of Assembly and the State Governor, Murtala Nyako, may not lead to the impeachment of the Governor and his deputy, Bala Ngilari, is dimming. This followed the commencement of sitting of the committee set up by the State Acting Chief Judge, Ambrose Mamadu, to investigate allegation of financial misconduct against the Governor and his deputy. The recommendations of the panel will determine their fate. The embattled governor had inaugurated administrators for 36 development areas, 4 permanent secretaries and a special advisor as one of the steps to find a political solution to the crisis in the state to save the governor's job. INEC Chairman Atahiru Jega does not appear bothered by APC's plan to go to court over the outcome of the June 21 governorship election in Ekiti State. He told journalists on the sidelines of the International Seminar on Political Advertising in Abuja that the Commission has not been notified of any court process.
In INEC, we do our best always to improve on the electoral process, and we thank God that Nigerians have seen that the election in Ekiti was conducted very well. As I speak with you, we have not received any notification that anybody has challenged anything regarding the election. So we remain focused. We will keep on doing our best to improve, and as we move to Osun State, we hope to do even much better than we have done in Ekiti.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has admitted that poor voter education was partly responsible for some of the challenges witnessed in 2011. It listed voter apathy and post-election violence as some of the fallouts of inadequate voter education in the last general elections. But INEC Chairman Professor Atahiru Jega says lessons have been learned and the Commission is paying more attention to educating eligible voters ahead of the 2015 elections. Speaking at the International Seminar on Political Advertising and Voter Education, Jega revealed that the Commission has now put in place an interagency committee on voter education and publicity at national and state levels. He added that INEC has also been having regular quarterly meetings with all registered political parties where information is shared about the Commission's operations. Stakeholders in the advertising sector have come together in Abuja for an international seminar on political advertising, perception building and voter education to ensure that the right message gets to the electorate through advertisements and campaign jingles.
My expectations is that at the end of the day, we'll be able to educate the voters and be able to let INEC know that part of their duty is should be able to educate the masses and the voters and even the candidates who are coming out to serve to be able to have a level playing ground for everybody and know that advertising plays a key role, and INEC uses advertising to let all the people who are going to come out to serve understand that they should be able to tell the people they want to vote for them in the normal way without actually being brutal or being radical or wanting to destroy each and everyone's campaign against them, and be able to let them know that, look, this thing is a competition. We want to serve, and if you want to serve, you don't need to kill each other for you to get there.
Well, it's a timely and very strategic seminar. That's why we, as an association, were really happy to have a good partnership with INEC and with such an international strategist to come to Nigeria to reposition our country for greater political cohesion, peaceful elections, as well as very professional political campaigning. And anything that will help us achieve that goal, I think we'll say we're doing a good job, because that is what we do as advertising professionals. We market and develop what you call marketing communications. And the objective is to ensure that those marketing communication plans help achieve the objectives. We're here to make sure that our political campaigns, working with both the political parties, heads of political parties, with INEC, as well as individuals, we can help develop campaigns that will actually reach out to people at all levels in Nigeria and let us understand how important we all are in developing a vibrant political and democratic society that can move the nation to the level where we all want to see it.
I am very, very happy to be here, because this is a kind of a seminar that we're supposed to have been doing for a long time. But thank God, the earlier the better. Since we have started it now, I believe it's going to create a great awareness to the Nigerians, because most of the times people don't know what is going on, because they are ignorant of what is going on. But with this kind of seminars, I mean, sky will be our limit. And I'm very happy for the organizers. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to enlighten. Forget about all these sentiments. People talking all kind of whatever they like to say. But Jonathan, as far as I'm concerned, they must give him the chance to do the second term. Then after the second term, he will stabilize the government. You know, had it been he's not doing well, I would say, no, look at what he has done.
Babatunde Fashola says his administration will continue to do the good work till the end of his tenure. Oluwaseyi Adegoke has details of the governor's stewardship in office.
It is the custom of Governor Babatunde Fashola to give account of his achievements every 100 days since he assumed office. On this occasion, Fashola says his administration valued the people of Lagos State.
It is the 26th consecutive time that we have reported to Lagosians. We do so because we do not take your mandate for granted. We do so because we are accountable and we value the feedback that we get from you. 100 days may look like a long time, but I can tell you that in government, it is not long. This is because we have to come here every 100 days to report progress, not stagnation.
The governor underscored his achievements in housing and healthcare delivery, saying it is an area residents will benefit a lot.
There is no local government in Lagos where our government is not providing one service or the other. From new schools to new hospitals to specialized primary healthcare services, new roads, drainages and skill acquisition centers, housing programs, everywhere you go, the hallmark of this government has been service delivery.
Fashola seized the moment to observe a 1-minute silence in honor of some notable people in Lagos who lost their lives recently.
Regrettably, during the last 100 days, we lost some of our prominent citizens and residents. One of my illustrious predecessors, Sir Michael Agbolade Otedola, passed on to glory. Oba Rauf Adeniyi Aremu Mateni, the Olu of Ikeja, one of the vice chairmen of the Council of Obas and Chiefs, also sadly left to join his ancestors. Very distinguished public officers, Bolaji Uthman, the first Director General of the Lagos Records and Archives Bureau, also sadly left us. My learned friend, Bamidele Aturu, departed in a very sad haste.
A member of the Senate, Oluremi Tinubu, took time to assess Governor Fashola's administration.
It's really done very well. You can see the more you give account, the more, lesser time it takes to do that.
Also, at the occasion is the first governor of Lagos State, Mobolaji Johnson, and a monarch, Owolabi Adeyemi. They described Governor Fashola as their pride and the best thing that has happened to Lagos lately.
Impressive. And he delivered his address very well. I'm very proud of him.
For the administration, if I should grade him, I will give him 100+.
Every 100 days, Governor Babatunde Fashola gives account of his stewardship to the people of Lagos State. And as his term is coming to an end, the governor promised that the good work continues. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
As a result of poor performance by the All Progressives Congress in the just concluded Ekiti governorship election and allegations of rigging leveled on the People's Democratic Party, the leadership of the All Progressives Congress are engaged in a soul-searching exercise to stem the tide of the PDP winning spree and ensure victory in the August 9 election in Osun State. Rashid was there and filed in this report.
The meeting, which is said to be another step by the All Progressives Congress leadership in appraising the state of affairs in the party and to position it well for the future challenges in the country. Though most of the participants declined to disclose the details of the meeting, the Deputy Vice Chairman South and former Governor Segun Roni says the August 9 election will be a different ball game.
We are going to do everything to ensure that we get an election that will be credible, that will be fair and fair, and nobody should take us for granted this time around. We have seen what happened in Ekiti. We are going to prevent that. That's already an impact.
Going further, Oni says it is clear that the Ekiti election was rigged, but the All Progressive Congress is ready to challenge the election in court, stressing that Fayemi has decided also to go to court.
He has always been in tandem with the party leadership. There has never been any shade of disagreement. The governor said, if this is indeed the will of the people, he did not say that whether it is the will of the people or not. And we have discovered that that is not the will of the people. Therefore, you should expect that naturally and normally we will go to court to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and to ensure that it will be absolutely done in the best of professional ethics.
Senator Chris Ngige and Segun say the August 9 governorship election in Osun will be a shift from the Ekiti experience.
Osun is a different ball game, and I know you know it. Osun is our territory. It's an APC stronghold, and the people are APC through and through.
Let us be very, very factual. Let us be very, very clear. What we have seen in Ekiti is a new dimension to voting. It's a new dimension to election rigging. And I can tell you, we have seen it, we have studied it, and we can say for sure that nobody will fool Nigerian voters again.
As the APC continue its soul-searching occasioned by its defeat in Ekiti, the days leading to the Osun State governorship election appear set to bring more drama. Rashid, CoreTV News, Oshogbo.
Meanwhile, the national leadership of the People's Democratic Party says it is aware why the opposition political party, the All Progressives Congress, is angry. The anger of the APC, according to the PDP, was as a result of defeat suffered during the just concluded Ekiti governorship election. The party says it is also planning to defeat the APC during the August 9 governorship election in Osun State. In a statement issued by its National Publicity Secretary, Olisa Metu in Abuja, he says, reacting to a statement issued by the APC in which it accused President Goodluck Jonathan of impunity and failure, the opposition party accused the president of having hands in the crisis-rocking states like Adamawa, Edo, and others, where the governors there are currently having running battles with the members of the state houses of assembly. Metu added that no doubt the APC is afraid and bitter that its prematurely celebrated electoral fortunes and vaunted popularity to win the 2015 elections have gradually been smashed to his face as mere illusion. The State Security Service has paraded members of a gang that kidnapped President Goodluck Jonathan's uncle. The agency says a 400-level undergraduate, Eldred Jonah, is the leader of the gang that also included a native doctor. But the alleged gang leader claimed he only carried out surveillance and provided funds for the operation. The report.
Go forward to them. Stand there.
These are the men arrested over the abduction of the president's uncle in February last year.
The man was released after 17 days in captivity after a number of arrests were made. Security forces say the abduction was executed by this undergraduate of the University of Jos.
Eldred Magnus Jonah masterminded the kidnap of Chief Inengite and provided the takeoff grants of 40,000 naira for arms procurement and other logistics. He confessed to the following: that he carried out surveillance on the victim, that the gang had 2 teams for the operation. The land team made up of 5 persons, and the water side, that is the speedboat team, made up of 3 persons. As an undergraduate,
the 30-year-old undergraduate denied that he was the brain behind the crime, but admitted funding the operation.
One young man, I think, Mr. Sebastian, and one Obodo. So I never knew the intention actually, but Sebastian came to me because I knew him for long. He's from my paternal home. So he came to me and said, I want to discuss something with you. So I said, what is it? So he said, they will attach me to one chief.
A native doctor also explained his involvement in the abduction of President Jonathan's uncle.
What can you do?
What service did they ask for? What did they say you should do for them?
Okay, when they came, so that evening, because it was night, when they came to my place, I did not know them, only this whatever I knew, because he was my patient. So,
a major player in the abduction is one Sebastian, whose name was mentioned by the suspect. When asked about his whereabouts, the SSS spokesperson simply said investigations are still on. She, however, said the men will soon be taken to court.
In a related development, the SSS has cracked a syndicate which was behind the recent abduction of 2 young women in Abuja. Marilyn Oga revealed that the gang led by an ex-convict picked up a ransom of 10 million naira from its last abduction.
Stand, face this side. Carry up your face, so. Move forward. Don't come here, just move forward, Joe.
Move straight, carry your face up.
Oyemere Asagba. He's called Paul or Sky. From the confessions of the suspects, the following findings were arrived at. That Paul is the leader of the criminal gang that specializes in kidnapping, car snatching, and armed robbery. That Paul planned and coordinated the kidnap operation with members of his gang. That Diko, who works as a guard at the residence of the victims, invited the gang that kidnapped the sisters. That Diko provided the gang information on the movement of the victims' family. That the gang was paid 10 million naira ransom before the sisters were released. And that Paul lied to other members of the gang that only 6 billion naira was paid. How do you get your weapons?
We exchanged them for a couple of cars.
Where?
We exchanged them for a couple of cars in Kaduna. There's a car dealer in Kaduna. So we Sani Kaduna.
Explain the exchanging.
We gave him some cars and he gave us the weapons.
How do you get the cars?
We snatched them.
You're watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the news continues. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. and Facebook. Click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CoreTV News.
Welcome back. Israeli warplanes kept up deadly raids on Gaza but failed to stop Palestinian militants firing rockets across the border as the United States offered to help negotiate a truce. With the violence growing worse, United States President Barack Obama, in a phone call to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, said his government is willing to broker a ceasefire. Obama said he is concerned the fighting could escalate and called for all sides to do everything they can to protect the lives of civilians. The 2012 deal, brokered by former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Egypt, ended 8 days of Israeli airstrikes on Hamas targets in the previous showdown. Appeals for an immediate truce also came from UN Chief Ban Ki-moon at an emergency meeting of the Security Council, saying a ceasefire is more urgent than ever. Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a similar plea in a phone call to Netanyahu, urging an immediate end to the bloodshed and expressing concern over civilian casualties. But Israel appeared bent on dealing a fatal blow to Hamas, which controls Gaza, with Netanyahu reportedly saying talk of a ceasefire is not on the agenda. And that's all we can take on this hour. Join us at 9:45 for the primetime news. I am Martin Dixon. Till then, do have a pleasant evening.